Hi, this is Sparky here. I'm going to do my DVD review of the Justice League War. Did an unboxing yesterday. I watched it last night and I'm going to do a review today. First things first, I have to say it is awesome. Read some folk that felt otherwise about it on the internet, but in my opinion this is a very, very, very good Justice League movie. Anyone who's familiar with the Origins comics, this is what this is based on. We start off where the Justice League has yet to be formed. A lot of the superheroes, to the exception of Batman and Superman, are new to their powers. So we've got a Green Lantern, hasn't quite learned how to control his powers yet. He can do all his manoeuvres, but can't quite do them to the same effect that you would see him do normally. We have a Wonder Woman who doesn't quite know how to handle the public, and as a result of these kind of traits, the world is afraid of them. So it gives it a very, very different feel for having a Justice League where they're adored by the public. They can't do any wrong, to a world where they haven't yet been established as the heroes of the world, and that they need to prove themselves. This comes in the form of Darkseid, the villain in this. It's a very Smash Mouth style of Darkseid. We're used to seeing him. It's a very maniacal, very evil plotting individual from earlier movies, and indeed from the Justice League Unlimited TV series. But in this, he's a man of very little words, and he's purely all action, getting down to business, and basically just completely decimating, in this case, is Gotham City. As it goes for the storyline, the storyline is very strong. As we said before, they're going to find themselves in a position where the world isn't as afraid of them. So I laugh at that. The Wonder Woman is probably my favourite incarnation of the character. She's a very, very, very Amazonian character, as we've normally see, but to a much higher scale, swinging a sword around, which we're not used to seeing Wonder Woman have, except from rare occasions when she's going into battle. But she doesn't normally carry a sword on her at all times, which in this movie that she does. And the same can go for a lot of characters. But one of the interesting ones, though, is from the comic books, if anyone's familiar, is it goes into an origin story for Cyborg. The Cyborg is a very, very popular character, but hasn't really been explored in the cartoons as much as it's so in the comic books, of his origins and how he came to be. This one goes into that. It's very, very cool how it happens. There is slight differences. I'm not going too much into it, not to give too much away, but there is differences between the comic books and what we see in the movie. Same can go for the storyline all in itself. It is very, very true to the comic book, but there is minor differences, which will be, you'll notice. Moving on to the look of the film. The look of the film is what you'd expect to see. A lot of the characters have been reworked to resemble what's happened in the comic books. So at the time when the comic books were made, the guy who took over, I can't remember his first name, it's something Lee or something like that, came in and decided that we need to revamp the characters, get them looking a bit more modern, and try and revamp the Justice League moniker. And they did that. So it's a lot of the heroes, Superman in particular, are very, very badass. He looks badass, and within the movie he's also he's not the Superman that we know. He's a little bit more head all forward, as in nobody's stronger than me kind of character, and he's not as humble as we're used to. But it's a welcome change for me. It gives the film new life. that's pretty much all I want all to say about it just now. I don't want to give too much away on the overall storyline and how it pans out, so I'll leave it there. But it's a must buy for any fan of the DC or the Justice League in general. If you go online, you'll probably will see some mixed. Some folk didn't like the cockiness of Hal Jordan, or some of the issues that are different from the characters that we're used to seeing. But if you look at it objectively, it is a lot different from what we're used to, and that it's a welcome change for me. So I would definitely recommend Justice League War as a movie that you would add to your DVD collection, or indeed any of the Justice League movies. Justice League Frontier, there's a few Batman Superman ones that introduce so many characters, but it's Batman Superman orientated. But definitely a must have. So that's all from me just now. Justice League War, get your hands on it if you can. I haven't seen anything saying when it'll be released in the UK, if it's going to be released in the UK at all. But what I will say is, if you get onto America, it'll be Region 1. Region 1 and a multi-region DVD player. However, if you're not bothered about not being able to play the DVD that's in this one, the Blu-ray seems to play in our DVD players. I tried it on a relative's DVD player, which isn't multi-region, and it played absolutely fine, but it wouldn't play the DVD, but it will play the Blu-ray. So I've noticed that with a few of the Warner ones, that if you buy the Blu-rays, they will play, but the DVDs won't. So you should be fine, but only the Warner. Just stick to the Warner. I've tried Marvel's DVDs and stuff in the past, and they haven't worked. So if you stick to the Warner ones, you should be okay. But that's for me now. Thanks very much. Justice League War. Add it to your collection if you can. And we'll see you later to the next video. We'll probably be doing a wrestling DVD, which I am waiting on arriving. That'll probably be the next DVD review that I do. So, thanks very much.